So, what did President Trump announce? President Donald Trump announced a major initiative to reduce prescription drug prices in the United States by requiring drug companies to sell medicines in the U.S. at prices no higher than the lowest prices charged in other developed countries. This policy is commonly known as Most Favored Nation, MFN drug pricing. Trump made this announcement in the Roosevelt Room at the White House, calling it one of the most significant actions ever taken to lower drug prices for Americans. The core idea, matching the lowest global drug prices. Trump's main message was simple: Americans should not pay more for the same medicine than people in other countries. Currently, many prescription drugs cost 2 to 5 times more in the US than in countries like Germany, France, Canada, Japan, the United Kingdom under this new plan. If a drug costs $10 in Germany and $12 in France but $80 in the US would pay $10 the lowest global price. Trump argued that Americans have been unfairly subsidizing cheaper drugs for the rest of the world, and that this policy ends what he called global freeloading agreements with pharmaceutical companies. Trump announced new agreements with 9 major pharmaceutical companies, which agreed to participate in lowering prices under this system. These agreements are meant to reduce list prices, not just temporary discounts apply to widely used medications, including diabetes drugs like insulin, cancer treatments, heart medications, asthma inhalers, HIV drugs. The administration presented this as a voluntary but strongly encouraged agreement, backed by federal authority over drug purchasing programs. Who benefits from these lower prices? Trump emphasized that the policy would not help just one group, it would impact multiple types of patients. 1. Medicare patients. Seniors on Medicare often face very high prescription costs under MFN pricing. Medicare would pay much less for expensive brand-name drugs. Lower government costs could mean lower out-of-pocket expenses for seniors too. Medicaid patients, states spend billions on drugs through Medicaid. Lower prices would reduce pressure on state budgets and taxpayers. 3. Cash pay customers. People without insurance often pay the highest prices. The plan aims to make reduced prices available even to those paying out of pocket. Trump described this as a policy that helps everyone who buys medicine in America. How the policy works in practice. The government would compare drug prices across developed countries, identify the lowest price for each medication, use that price as the maximum amount the U.S. will pay if drug companies want access to the U.S. market, especially Medicare and Medicaid. They must comply or risk losing access to those massive programs. Why Trump says this is necessary. Trump argued that the U.S. represents the largest and most profitable drug market in the world. Pharmaceutical companies recover their research costs by charging Americans more. Other countries use government power to negotiate lower prices, something the U.S. historically did not do. According to Trump, we are no longer going to be the country that pays for everyone else's health care.